This is a motorcycle adventure tour best kept secret. We're talking about Labrador, Newfoundland. Here I am on my KLR 650. It's a 2014. And also we have my good friend Richard. He's on his GS 1200. I think it's a 2005. And his brother-in-law Ivan, he's on his 650 KLR 2014 also. Our first stage is going to be between Sherbrooke and Les Éboulements, which is in Charlevoix. This is the first day of our adventure ride. We're the 17th of June 2015. For this stage we're going to be doing 400 kilometers roughly. We've already passed Quebec City and we're on the north shore of the St. Lawrence. Ivan up front, who's leading the pack, has a brother who's living in Les Éboulements, so we're going to be spending the night over at his brother's place. So that's really nice. Yeah, for our second day, we're going to be doing 300 kilometers. We're on our way to Baie-Comeau. As you can see, we're still on the north side, the north shore of the St. Lawrence Seaway, and there's some beautiful scenic routes. This is very popular for European tourists. Europeans love to come up and check out Charlevoix, which is very popular. There is whale watching, so that's very interesting for the people. And further up, we're going to be getting up to Tadoussac, and Tadoussac is pretty well known also. And you also have the fjords of the Saguenay, so that's pretty nice also. But we're not going to be seeing the fjords in this video, maybe some other video, but we're going to be heading along that way anyway. Yeah, here we are. We're arriving at Baie St. Catharines. We're going to be taking a ferry to the other side. The other side is called Tadoussac. Ferry takes about 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes to get to the other side, so we're just going to be waiting for our turn to get on the ferry, then we're going to be heading on to the other side. Here we're crossing the Saguenay River, and if you look to the left you can see the fjords. If you go in there, there are boat rides, rentals that you can go up there and check out the fjords. They do resemble a bit the fjords of Norway. Yeah, here's Richard the happy camper. Speaking of which, we did make it to Baie-Comeau where we did set up camp. Here we are at Manic 5, and unfortunately I didn't get any videos of on the way up, but really a nice road, a lot of twisties, so it was really worth it. This is Manic 5. It was built between 1959 and 1970. It produces 2,600 megawatts. It's 215 meters tall and 1.3 kilometers wide. Contains 2.2 million metric tons of cement. This is where we're going to be camping tonight, right in the middle. So this is going to be free camping for tonight. There's nobody around, so why not make good use of it? For this section of the trip, we're going to be doing 378 kilometers. Half of it's going to be dirt and the other half is going to be asphalt. In 2014, there were major forest fires up in northern Quebec, Labrador area, and you can see here in this picture the burnt spruce trees, and we're talking millions of acres of burnt forests. Here we are just arriving at Fermont. Fermont means Iron Mountain in English, and it's about 20 kilometers just before the Newfoundland border. So today we're going to be doing 542 kilometers, so it's going to be pretty well gravel. I think we're doing 430 miles just to gravel, and just to get a sense, guys, if you're going to go, bring some extra gas. So I got Richard who's going to be bringing 5 liters of extra gas because there's no gas station for a distance of roughly 350 kilometers. So you can see Richard up front, he's got an extra 5 liters of gas just in case. For all you adventure bikers out there, you might want to put this on your bucket list. This is one of the last gravel frontiers up in northern Quebec, Labrador area. They plan on paving this, the whole highway. They call it a highway. Actually, it's a gravel road right now, but they're going to be paving it section by section. So we don't have a precise date of when they're going to be doing it, but they are starting paving it section by section. So you guys, if you want to do this road, it's one of the last gravel frontiers, and let me tell you, it's a lot of fun. It's one best kept secret up here, so put that down on your bucket list and try to get it done as soon as possible. today we were really blessed. What more can you ask for? Just a beautiful day. There's no traffic. This is what adventure riding is all about. I mean, we're just cruising along. Here we are side by side. I mean, we're doing on average speed between 100 and 120 kilometers an hour. Of course, with the gravel, you do slide back and forth a little bit, but don't overcompensate. Just let the bike slide, and you'll regain control pretty easily. But we were really blessed with a beautiful day. I mean, it's hovering around 23 degrees, not too cold, not too hot. So it was just the perfect biking day that we had. Ivan on his KLR, he's letting us know that he is on his reserve. I'm not on my reserve yet. I have the same bike, the same year. I did a 16 tooth modification. Originally it was a 17 tooth. I'm down to 16. That saved me about 500 RPM, and by the end of this section of the trip I gained 30 kilometers on Ivan's bike. So you guys that have got a KLR will be doing a lot of riding and want to save a bit of gas, just do the 16 tooth modification. That should help you quite a bit. We are at the end of the day. We're just arriving at Red Bay. Here I am pointing at some icebergs up in the far distance to the left. Really amazed by the beautiful sight and how blessed we were, and how it was just a wonderful day. So this was an excellent day of bike riding. Here we are after a long day of riding at the small fishing community of Red Bay. On the other side of the bay, you might want to check out, there's a hillside with a boardwalk where you can go and walk up this boardwalk and just have a beautiful point of view of the bay and check out the icebergs. Of course, when we got there were icebergs. Depending on when you come, there might be some, there might not be some, but this is called I think it's also called Iceberg Alley, so there's a good chance that if you do go visit, you might see some icebergs, but this is really highly recommended. Nice place to check out. Today's going to be an easy day of riding. We're going to be doing 150 kilometers. We're heading down to the Vieux Fort, which means the old fort in England. Today is the 23rd of June, and we're really surprised to see some snow. Of course, we're so far up north, there is still snow up here, so we're figured we'd have to stop and play with a little bit of snow, and for sure he's going to do what he's going to do. He's going to throw it. Here we are at the small community of Vieux Fort, which means Old Fort, as I stated earlier. This is as far as the road will go. It will not go any further south, so this is where it stops. Today is heading back to Blanc-Sablon, where we're going to be spending a couple of days. We're going to be picking up some lobsters and just having a nice lobster feast for tonight. So that's what we plan on doing, and the next day we plan on taking the ferry and going down to the Gros Morne. But before that, we're going to be visiting the Viking settlement up in the northern part of Newfoundland. It's called L'Anse-aux-Meadows. So here we are at L'Anse-aux-Meadows at the Viking settlement. You must check this out. It's a once in a lifetime.
Yeah. Is that right?
Today was the worst day of the whole trip. That's for me, in my case. It was wet, cold, 5 degrees, high humidity level. I had some rubber gloves. I was cold in my gloves. I bought some waterproof boots, which I thought were waterproof, but weren't waterproof. I had about an inch of water in my boots, so it was freezing. And this, I did 6 hours just freezing all the way down to the Gros Morne, which is a beautiful national park down in Newfoundland. So if you think you got waterproof boots, sometimes they're not always waterproof. You want to make sure they are waterproof before you head out on a journey like we did. As I was drying out from the day before, Rick and Ivan went on a hike. Then I went down to the fish market and picked up some scallops and fresh Atlantic salmon that I was going to prepare for them for supper. So here in the bag, I do have some salmon, scallops, potatoes and whatnot. So I cooked up a hell of a meal. Today we're going to be doing roughly 500 kilometers. We're heading out to Terra Nova National Park, which is another beautiful national park. But don't get me wrong, Le Gros Morne is best kept secret national park, one of the nicest national parks of Canada. You don't want to miss that, and if you get a chance, try to spend maybe a little bit more time than we did. We spent just 2 days. You can easily spend 3-4 days. There's so much to visit, but unfortunately we have a long trip to do, and we've got a lot of other stuff to see. But if you do have a chance to stay longer at the Gros Morne, be my guest and do it because it's well worth it. So here we are on our trip to Terra Nova, which is also a nice park. Next stage, we're going to be going to Fogo Island and Twillingate. This is another best kept secret. All the way down, we're going to be taking another ferry to check out the Fogo Island on the other side. If you do have a chance, you might want to check out also Fogo Island and Twillingate. Twillingate is also part of what's called the Iceberg Alley. So either Fogo Island or Twillingate, this is all part of the Iceberg Alley, so you don't want to miss out on that.
Check les motos en arrière. Vous pouvez voir ça, c'est Richard, on va les motos. On fait un petit tour à Fogo Island. Vidéo. Comme Yvon. Des icebergs. On a vu un? Oui, je l'avais vu, Richard.
Here there's a gentleman explaining to Richard, he's pointing that in wintertime the seas get so agitated that it goes about 5 meters over the islands over on the other side. So that was pretty impressive to hear that in wintertime it's really agitated. Here we are at the Fogo Island Inn. This is owned by a lady, a multi-millionaire lady called Zita Cobbs. Apparently she had a tech company down in California that she sold and she just made millions. And this is her hometown of Fogo Island, and she just wanted to come back and give back to the town by building an inn called the Fogo Island Inn, which is a 5-star hotel. You can get a room here for $3,000 a night. But that's not going to be our case. We just wanted to come out and check out the place. So we're having I'm having a clam chowder, which was very good. Wasn't too expensive. We're talking around $25, so we were pretty happy with that. But there is a spectacular view, and the guests can get to see icebergs coming down Iceberg Alley. So that was pretty interesting to check out also. Here we are, we're still at Fogo Island on the other side of the island. This part, it's called Brimstone Park. Guys, if you do have a chance, you might want to check out Brimstone Park. It's beautiful. There's a boardwalk all the way up with a beautiful view. So there's going to be a beautiful view of the bay. Not very far from Fogo Island Inn, so you might want to check out Brimstone Park. It's worth the detour, and like I said, it's not that far away, so you might want to check it out. We just left Fogo Island, we took the ferry, now we're heading back to another small fishing community. Of course, there is a lot of small fishing communities up in Newfoundland. This area we're going towards is called Twillingate. Now this is another best kept secret. It's very small, not that touristic, although it is becoming more and more touristic. Now this is very nice area. You might want to check this out also. It's also part of the Iceberg Alley area. We found this little remote beach. It's called French Beach, so we really felt right at home coming from Quebec, which is a French community. So this area, this beach is called French Beach. We felt right at home, and we're thinking of going swimming there. Water temperature with the icebergs not too far away. I think we're looking around, must be around between 5 and 8 degrees Celsius. So we just want to take a plunge, a quick plunge. Me and Richard, we're going to be taking the big plunge, the complete plunge with the head under the water. Here, Ivan, I think he's going to chicken out, so you're going to see the Ivan here is going to be chickening out. And I think we're going to let him know that he is a chicken, so just bear with us and check out the video.
Faut pas la rentrer dans l'eau parce que j'ai...
OK, c'est parti. Okay. Ah. Allez, hop! C'est... Hey, wow! Attendez! Hey, la photo m'a pris, là! Wow! Non, la photo m'a pris! Hey! La photo! Hey! Ah. Puis, commentaire? Hein? Non, moi, hein? Thumbs up!
Here we're trying to encourage Ivan to take the big plunge just like we did, but as you will see, he won't take the big plunge. So as guys are, we're going to let him know that he is a little bit of a chicken.
Cat! Vas-y!
Yo!
Il va la porter! On est propres, sont là!
just around the corner, and this is what we came upon. This is what adventure motorcycle biking is all about. Just the adventure of discovering, and wow, just a beautiful sight. I mean, this is just amazing. So you guys, if you want to come on out to Newfoundland, check this out. We're in Twillingate, so this is what motorcycle adventure is all about.
Recule un peu plus, Richard. Regardez ici, boys, c'est en train de filmer. Richard. C'est la belle piste, ça.
Today we're going to be doing 250 kilometers. We're heading to St. John's, Newfoundland, which is the capital city of Newfoundland. Here we're at Quidi Vidi Microbrasserie. It's one of the well-renowned microbrasseries in St. John's. Fortunately, we didn't have that much time to visit St. John's. Maybe next time. We're heading down to Frenchman's Cove Provincial Park, which will take us about roughly 3.5 to 4 hours.
Panoramique, Richard. Richard. C'est quelque chose, la caméra.
C'est presque une désert arctique.
C'est un toundra, Richard. C'est un toundra.
C'est la rocade.
Brewery. Richard, qu'est-ce que t'as acheté? Est-ce que t'as mis? Qu'est-ce que t'as aimé de ta journée, Richard? Regarde dans la caméra quand tu parles. C'est la seule chose? J'espère. Bon, je lève sur le dos, c'est bon. On peut assez parler. Sur les nuages, en diamantant. Fantastique. Bon, super bon. Oh oui. On arrête.
Here we are taking the catamaran boat heading over to Saint-Pierre-et-Miquelon, which is the French islands. The boat is approximately doing about 70 kilometers an hour, just zipping over the ocean waters, so that's very impressive as far as the speed is concerned. Inside the boat it looks a bit like a plane. You sit down as though you're sitting in a plane. Very comfortable, smooth ride, so no problems there. Boat ride to get over to Saint-Pierre-et-Miquelon, I think it was around 45 minutes. We paid, I think it's $100 for a one-way ticket, so I think total of $200. Here, this is our tour guide. We're going to be taking a tour guide on the bus, so very interesting to do. If ever you do get a chance, I do recommend taking a tour guide around the island. It doesn't take that long, but it's well worth it, and I think it was around $15 for the tour ride, and she was a very good tour guide also.
To give you an idea of how it's like, the one that you will see to your right can cost between 350,000 to 400,000 euros. It's expensive. Qu'est-ce que tu peux sur votre gauche, cette maison de your left, this pond is freshwater. When there's good weather, we can go swimming or do some windsurfing with it. And also on the other side, further to your left, you can see we have a very, very small beach. It's very small, but when there's good weather, we can choose to swim on the freshwater side or in the ocean. Et Miquelon est de l'autre côté. On va faire un petit passe photo un petit peu plus loin pour vous expliquer l'explication. So we are now at the western point of the island. It is called Sawyer's Cove, and it used to be a small fishing village. And the cliff that you can see straight ahead is where Longuelade is one of our 3 islands, and Miquelon is on the other side.
Passer devant, OK?
Mieux voir la petite île au marin et la côte de Terre-Neuve au loin. Straight ahead, you can see Austin Pier Tower all living together. You can see the small Kelly's Island to your right and Richmond so far away. Et sur votre droite, ce grand bâtiment coloré c'est notre nouvel hôpital. Vous le verrez, il y a plus, on a beaucoup de spécialistes. Ils viennent en mission pour quelques mois généralement. And also to your right, this big colorful building is a brand new hospital. Now we have 2 special.
Today we're going to be heading to Argentia. Argentia is where we take the ferry to go to the mainland. Mainland is going to be Sydney, Nova Scotia. Ferry is going to be a 15-hour boat ride. For you guys who want to know what the pricing is, including the motorbikes, you're looking around 225 Canadian dollars to get to the mainland, Nova Scotia. But it's a long one. It's 15 hours. Once we anchored down the bikes, we proceeded up to the upper decks. At this point, we found an entertainment room and we spent the night in the entertainment room. At this point, we saved about $250 from not taking a cabin. At that point, we were known as the low budget riders. Yeah, just before leaving Newfoundland, I'd like to let you guys know that Newfoundland is the 16th largest island in the world. It's got a population of 500,000. It's 108,000 square kilometers of area, so it makes it for a really good place for a motorbike adventure touring. This is why it's one of the best kept secrets, I would say, in Canada. So if you guys want to check out Newfoundland, Labrador also has so much to offer. I think it's worth checking out as far as adventure riding. Today we're going to be doing 250 kilometers on Cape Breton Island. Cape Breton Island is on the northern part of Nova Scotia. It's a very scenic road, very popular for bikers, so please enjoy this part of the video. After a beautiful day of riding all day, here we are arriving at Chitty Camp National Park. Here we are on the last leg of our adventure motorcycle tour. This was the most amazing bike trip, adventure trip we ever had together. I highly recommend this. My name is Pascal Baldini from Sherbrooke, Quebec. I hope you enjoyed this video.